Next thing I'm going to do is make a component out of what is the parapet up on top, and the reason for that is just to keep it from being having any kind of interaction with anything else, and the fact that I've realized it's not quite the size that it should be. It's coming down only to the top of the roof, and in fact what I really think would be necessary is to bring it down another 12 inches to represent the whole thickness of the roof. And the best way for me to do that, I believe, is just by turning the whole thing into a component, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, having made the parapet a component, I brought a copy out, and lo and behold, you see there are some endpoints on here. And that's because the component was made after other items were in place, and they picked up those endpoints as residue, and so some of the things I need to do now are just basic cleanup. And the way you get rid of these endpoints is you attach a line to them, and then you erase the line, and so long as everything is coplanar, the unnecessary endpoints will go away. And so here we go with that. I'll get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay, so that cleans that up. Then I want to bring the outside edges down a foot, and one way to do that is simply to highlight all the edges. I want the outside edges, not the inside, so I'm going to take the outside edges. I select all 4 of them, and then I'm going to find the center of one of them with my move tool, and it's going to be, there it is, see how it goes, it says, it even tells me a midpoint. I'm going to now drag this down. I want to drag it down, straight down on the blue axis, and I'm going to type in the number 12. I want to drag it down 12 inches. Hit enter. Whoops. Let's try that again. 12, enter, there we go. And a quick look around, it's the 18 inches on the inside, and it's 30 inches on the outside, and that's what I want. Side of the parapet down, here's the full 30 inches. You can see now it's overlapping with the posts that I'm running through the center of the building. That's easily fixed because fortunately they're all components. So I edit the component, I add a face to it, I use the push-pull tool, I drop it down 18 inches. That applies to all the other components of the same definition. I remove the top face because I don't need it. And, well, it looks like maybe I overestimated. I said 18 inches. Now I need it to be 12. Alright, so let's fix that here. I'll draw another line on here, put the face on. I pulled it down 6 inches too far. There's my 6 inches up. Now, as you can tell, I can't see the face that I've added on the top. So once again, I do have to pull a copy out. Control C, Control V, edit component, get in there, delete that extraneous face. Done. And obviously I need to do the same thing over here to this series components, and I'll do that there, and I need to press this down 12 inches, type in 12, get rid of the face. That applies to all the other instances, so it's safe to delete this one. And lastly, this is the last component over here, Control C, Control V, and I shall do the same with it. Down 12, get rid of the face, there we go, something caught my eye, just run it around the other side to see if it's all right. No problems. Okay, get rid of this one now. And you can see all of these are now sized properly. This is a leftover line from when the parapet was shorter. Get rid of that. And then the last thing to do was the corners. Corners are a little bit more complex because of the way they were constructed, but the same principle is involved there in terms of just basically dropping them down to the correct height and cleaning up if there's any residue left over from the original. I'm going to do that off